Hello, Ryan here, and today I just want to talk about like the meaning of life and just how everyone is really. It's crazy how like when we're young, we're a kid, you're creative, you want to, that's the only time you're just out there and enjoying life and just enjoying the moment. But then, when you're young, you think, oh, I can't wait to grow up. Or, I'll be able to be free and do whatever I want. Be able to, just do anything, really, because you're old enough to do it. You won't be told what to do. But then you actually get older and you realise it's a lot worse. Like, if you're young and you're watching this, appreciate and enjoy every moment you've got. Because when you get older, you write your life, basically. So, hopefully after hearing this, you are inspired and you want to do something different with your life, just do your passion, whatever you love doing. If you love singing, you go for that. Don't let other people tell you that isn't going to get you anywhere, or that isn't going to cut it. You need to get a job. Yes, I agree, you need to get a job. If you've got a passion, I'd say get a job, earn money, buy the equipment you need for your passion. The job isn't your mainstay, and it isn't one of them things where you go to work. Like me, I work at Tesco, as you can see, where you go work and you think, right, this is it, this is my life, it's cool, money, I'm gonna get this next month, get that next month. We all do it. I've been doing it for years, but I want to do something different. I'm sick of living, because the thing is this life that I'm living, just working at Tesco's, and if I worked anywhere else, wherever, it's the same path everyone else does. I know where it's going to end. You're going to work until you're 60, 70 or whatever, retire, and it's the same shit. I want to do something different, where I'm helping others and not just fueling the elite, fueling the fucking system and keeping the system running. I know obviously everyone's got to work somewhere, but does it have to really be that way? The world we live in, the system that we live in, a lot of people don't see it, but we are a slave to the system. The corporations and all the different just companies and shit that just control. Basically, you've got to think food, drink, land, all them are owned by corporations, and if you try and take that, you get locked up. So I can't exactly go out in the middle of this field and, well, fair enough, say if I went to a field that wasn't owned by anyone and I just built a random hut and lived there, it probably wouldn't happen, but I don't know, if whoever found out on that, I probably would get done. It's just, this world we live in is just full of fucking, they say slavery and shit it's not around anymore and stuff, but it is. We're living in slavery. It's not as extreme. It's illusion. It's like an illusion slavery, where you don't believe you're a slave. They make you feel like you're living free, you're making your own choices, but you're not. Everything you thought, every belief system you've got is conditioned. It's all been taught to you. If you're religious, that's been taught to you. That isn't probably you. If you found a way from religion, then I'm happy for you, if it's you, it's you. But some people just live in other people's footsteps and they don't actually become what they want to become. Same as me, I say before, I got into a relationship, I was always talking with my mates and stuff, and I had all these ideas, I wanted to do a podcast or just help people with depression, and not just help people with depression the ordinary way. I live in a country where, obviously I'm in the UK, I live in a country where literally psychedelics and drugs are all basically illegal. But I wanted to I would love to push towards psychedelics and, looking into helping people with depression, and, some people where they feel like they've got it's not getting any better for them, and, they've tried prescriptions, they've tried shit like that, and it doesn't work. I don't like it when people think there's no other option. It's like when people have cancer, for instance, and they have chemo and stuff and that, and they feel like that's the only option. It's just I would love to just be that person that people turn to. Not love to be that person, but that I just wish people open their mind a bit more. Like, I know it's probably the millennials, I'm part of the millennials, but I'm woken, and I see the damage and the destruction what all the other people my sort of my age, I see how they are, and it's horrible. Like, I can see why the older generations like despise the millennials, because, you know, they're slowly but surely in this world, they're slowly but surely literally removing freedom of speech. Soon you won't be able to speak your mind, soon you won't be able to speak truth. I mean, obviously you still will, but, you know, everyone's getting offended, like, everything's censored. Like, back in the day, I used to watch Tom and Jerry and stuff, you know, and flipping Jerry used to hit Tom on the head with a bloody hammer, and he used to get like a massive lump. Like, that, it's classed as violence and stuff. I didn't go around hitting people as a kid. If kids doing that, they've probably got ADHD or something. I don't know what ADHD symptoms are, but, you know, that one where, you know, you get anger issues and stuff like that, obviously, like, you know, it's, I don't know, it's just this world we live in is just so censored, and it's become so, everyone's so flipping sensitive. Like, I could speak my mind and someone will be offended. So I could have my opinion on weed, like in my previous video, and someone will get offended. And it's just like, it's not about you. All these people that just they just react to everyone's opinions and stuff. It's just like, just let them have a freedom of speech. You don't have to get all defensive. It's their personal opinion. They might have learned that, they might have researched that for years and years and years. What have you done? Other than you've been told by your mummy and daddy that, oh, you need to stay away from that, that's bad for you, you can't do this, you can't do that, blah, 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 blah. And then suddenly their opinions are fact because their parents told them or the government said. People just, if you're watching this and you have no clue about, you know, awakenings, and, you know, you're not woke, you know, you may have been told, you may have subconscious thoughts about, you know, oh yeah, well, we live in a system, yeah, the government can't trust them as much, blah, 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 blah. That's a step. But if you're the sort of person that tells people to, like, what to do, and if people want to chase their dreams or something, or, you know, someone loves singing, for instance, like I said before, and you're the sort of person that just belittles their dreams, or just makes them feel small, or just, I don't know, like, when, the thing is, like, whenever you do something different to everyone else, you get questioned, you get judged, you get hated on, especially if you start doing well in it. But if you follow everyone else like a sheep, and you just follow in everyone's footsteps, go to work, you come in from work, wait to the weekend, go out getting pissed up, live, repeat, do that same shit all the time, save a little, you save all your money, what you're saving for, a house, yeah, then what happens when you die, that house then gets passed down, whatever, you know, you're living for something that isn't gonna, like, I'd rather make a living where it's gonna make an impact, it's gonna change lives, it's gonna, you know, like, that's why I was pushed towards medical cannabis and psychedelics and stuff, because that's potential. When I'm long gone, I'd love it. I'd love the fact that if, you know, if they use that for, like, depression, and they treated it and they used it correctly and stuff like that, because at least then it, like, especially if it came from me, like, I push towards that sort of thing, because then I'm creating a positive future, you know. And but a lot of people just don't think out the box, they don't think for themselves. They'll see psychedelics and stuff, and what do we get told as a kid? They're drugs, class B's, class C's, class this, oh my god, stay away from them, it's against the law, it's illegal. Just like, yeah, but you're looking to these things, like, they're illegal because some dumbasses back in the day didn't know what the fuck they was doing, or they did know what they was doing, it's because they wanted to make profit in fucking the pharmaceutical company, and they didn't want this to interfere, or they didn't want people to take psychedelics and become very self-aware and think for themselves. They want people to be slaves. They want people not to think for themselves and to be like little puppets. Basically, the government have a bunch of, imagine if you own the world, like, you say, if you was in charge, you was the elite, you was the Illuminati, whoever the fuck owns this planet, you was in charge of all the industries, and that you basically was like the one that's pulling all the strings, getting the world working, you know, spreading lies, you know, brainwashing a bunch of fucking whole countries, and that you would, well, I wouldn't, but, you know, if you was raised wrong, like, that's probably what you would do. You see billions of people, and how are you going to control billions of people? You're not going to tell them the truth, because you want to be in control. So the only way you can be in control is if you lie to them. You know, you make them live life through a textbook where they're not knowing the full truth about life. It's like, I personally wouldn't go out. I'm really, like, sensitive when it comes to animals. I love animals. I absolutely adore them. But I eat meat, like, from time to time. But it's something that I'm working on. I do want to stop, but you know, I need to be motivated to change up my diet and stuff, because I used to before, when I came really spiritual, and I started eating loads of fruit, veg, and I felt fucking great. So I know the opposite side. And you know, like, we live in a world where we can go to the supermarket and it's already there, so you can just put it in the oven and eat it. But this question I ask myself, or any other person that eats meat, is would you be able to go out, see a cow in the field happily grazing with its family, and just shoot it in the head, and then start slicing it up, and then slapping it down on a plate, and munching on it? Would you happy do that? I couldn't do that. If someone was near me, some hunter or whatever, and I was like chilling with him, and then next thing he just fucking shot an animal, I probably would cry, because I just feel so bad for the animal. And I understand hunting and in some regards when it comes to like population and need to move it into other areas and things like that, for, you know, just reasons like that. I mean, I don't know, I haven't really looked into that sort of thing, so that thing, it's like, okay. But the industry, when it comes to meat, they literally breed animals and then slaughter them endlessly, constantly. It's just sad when you see videos. If you looked at videos online about the meat industries and stuff, honestly, you'd probably tear up. If you don't, then I don't know, you have no remorse, no heart, no soul. Like, it's different, isn't it? Like when say if you've, obviously a lot of people, the most common pets is like cats and dogs. Like, you've grown to love and understand them, their loyalty, their love, you know. Would you ever look at your dog, into your dog's eyes and think, you know, I'm gonna have that for tea later, just kill it there and then? Would you be able to do that? And don't say, oh, dogs and cats are different, because they're not. Pigs, they're even smarter than dogs. And when you have them as pets, like I know some people do, they're very intelligent. They're very connected, like, to us. Like they're obviously more intelligent than the dogs, and dogs can be very smart. Like, I've looked at one video and stuff, and they're adorable. I personally won't have one, but you know, every animal, like, if you raised any wild animal from a baby, he'll grow to love you. It will show love. And I know some animals, obviously, you can't have as pets and stuff, like foxes and stuff. I know people do have them as pets, but I know they become very, they like piss everywhere and shit like that. But you know, if you had like a massive outdoor thing and just let them be wild and stuff, but you know, I'm not saying go grab a baby fox or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, if you give any animal a chance from a baby, they'll all act like you, cat and a dog. They'll all show the same emotions. They'll show love, playfulness, they'll show all this. But we don't see that, you know. And when we do want to see these wild animals, we go to zoos where they're locked up and not even in their natural habitat. And I know when they're in zoos, their lifespan's longer, but you know, it's not natural. I mean, if we was us as humans, say if as a baby we got put into a lab where they fed us nothing but healthy food, like pure organic meat, fruits, veg, and give us a proper diet, we'll probably live till our 90s, 100s. But does it make it right? Does it make it right that we're basically in prison? And yes, we may live longer because they're supplying us with the right foods and stuff, but is that really a habitat for us to live in? Like, would you... I mean, obviously, if you didn't know what was on the outside of the world, it might not make a difference, but what you're doing to that animal or to that person, it's not really fair, because it's not freedom. It's, you know, this planet, it doesn't belong to us. It belongs to, well, just, it does belong to us. What I mean is, like, it isn't owned by anyone. It belongs to us as a whole. Plants, animals, people, every living thing on this planet belongs to. So we need to share it and be just kind. Like, another thing with war and stuff, I just don't get it, because, you know, what's killing gonna do? Oh, yeah, that's it, it's gonna make the value of money go up, it's gonna make money, it's gonna make profit. But I see it as, if you want to go war, or if any fucking soldier wants to go war, why don't you just write a letter to the government and say, you do your fucking work, you do it. Stop getting all us lot to do dirt work for you and brainwashing us into thinking we're doing it for our country and blah 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 blah. It's not. You're doing it to raise the money, you know, to make profit. I mean, I fully respect if you're a veteran or anything like that, you've been to the war and that, I fully respect what you've done. I respect the mindset that you went into with it. I see it as these people, I feel sorry for in a way, because they're being played by the government. And the government are just corrupt, they're evil. And then they go on TV and act like they're nice people, and you know, it's so easy to trick the mind, it's so easy to brainwash people. And people with this power, they know this. And then people are so gullible into thinking that the world's a normal place, you know, it's all the way it is, the way it's meant to be, and all that shit, but it's not. This world is just sickening. I just wish everyone was just more happy, not happy, but just happy with themselves. And I know it's hard to find happiness within yourself. Like when I looked into spirituality and meditation and stuff like that, I was thinking, what a joke, like I can't do this. I thought, alright, I'll try it. Close your eyes, you sit there for a bit, you know, sit there for probably about 2 minutes and you think nothing's happening, I'm bored. So you open your eyes and you give up, and then you go back to your normal lifestyle. But I think when it comes to that sort of thing, you have to be ready. You have to be motivated. You have to, like, I'd look online and you can't, I mean, you can, but you know, you can't suddenly just start meditating and expect your problems to go away. When it comes to changing your mindset and everything, it's lifestyle change. You have to change everything. But obviously you don't force that change. It usually comes naturally when you're ready. Like awakenings are forced. It's something that naturally happens to you when you feel suddenly it just comes to you. It's weird, like, you know, usually it's through life experiences and trauma and all that. Like usually it triggers it. Like you just get to a point where you may feel low all the time, and then suddenly you're just like, suddenly a thought comes to your head and you think, wow, like who's thinking these thoughts? Like the reason why I'm feeling down is because I'm thinking these thoughts. Like maybe I need to change that, or maybe change what you're doing. It's like if your job gives you anxiety and you're meditating, eating fruit, eating healthy to cleanse that anxiety, it's not really going to work. To get rid of anxiety, you have to change your lifestyle, and I know it's not easy. I'm not saying this is what you need to do, go do it. Like, I know it's not easy, but sometimes you just gotta think, just do it. Don't think about it, just do it. I'm not saying just quit your job or anything like that. Look somewhere else. Just like, say if your job gives you anxiety and you don't like your job and it's making you really low, just go straight onto jobs website, look and keep looking. Or even if you want to be independent and stuff, you know, whatever you think, oh, I'd love to do that one day, I'd love to do this, I'd love to do that, just do it. Next time you get paid, save, put a bit of money aside, buy something like a camera if you want to do vlogging or something, or YouTube, you know, or use your phone. Phone's quite good these days. I'm using my phone right now, using the new wide angle lens, I love it. But you know, you just gotta do it. I mean, I've been thinking I'd love to do vlogging and YouTube and stuff like that, but I just feel like I never got time, and I'm in the same situation where it's just hard. But I watched some videos on YouTube and it inspires me. Like I watched one, you know, the Lie We Live one. I rewatched that because I watched it a couple of years ago, and it just made me think, like, wow. Even though I already knew it, it just hit me again, and I was just like, wow, like I need to do something in my life. I need to. God, my leg. Woo, getting old. God, I tell you what, 22 is the new 50. Not 50, new 70. Oh, maybe my shit's gone weird now. Jeez. But like, yeah. I don't know, but whatever you want to do in your life, whatever you do and whatever you choose to do in your life, you need to go at it full throttle. Like if you're into music and you love doing music, just put your heart and soul into it, and don't do it for money. Don't do it like, oh I'm not getting paid for this now, I'm not getting paid, it's taking too long, blah blah blah, I'm giving up. Like if you really love doing it, just do it out of passion, do it out of fun. You know, as you're a kid and you like going out making dens and stuff, you do that out of fun. You don't wait for a paycheck. You know, you just do it because it's just fuels your soul, sort of thing. It just feeds you. And you know, I'm still finding what I want to do, and like I wanted to do rap and music, but you know, I've been trying. Like, sometimes I sound alright, but a lot of times I sound really shit. I suppose it's just practice and stuff, but I need to put myself in that environment to do that sort of thing, I think. Like, I'd love to just do YouTube vlogs, and maybe if it does well, maybe then start looking into other things. You know, like KSI, for instance. You know, he was a YouTuber. He screamed at his TV playing FIFA back in the day. That was, you know, classic days. And now look at him. I mean, he does seem a bit up himself sometimes, but I like him. He's all right. And but you know, what do you expect? He's done well. He's accomplished a lot. So I doubt he'll be watching this. But if yeah, then yeah, good on you. That's, you know, what he's done is quite inspiring, because, you know, he started off doing basic things, something that you can do. Just pick up your phone, record, or just get like a little device that records your gameplay, and then record your face, get another camera, boom, do videos like that. I know it's a lot of effort, it's not as easy as that, it takes hours of editing and stuff like that, but you know, if you do it out of fun, and you do it just because you like, I don't know, if you're a lonely person, I'm telling you to start vlogging and stuff, because you feel, even though you're talking to a camera, it feels like you're talking to someone, and it's quite nice. And it can help with anxiety and social anxiety and stuff. It can bring out, you know, your communication skills, and you know, it's great. But obviously I don't do it a lot. I used to do a lot of commentary over videos and that when I was back in like Longfield days, like high school, back in school days. And you know, I didn't sound bad back then, but I think I was in that right environment and stuff. But obviously I was recording off my phone, which phones back then was like fucking 1 megapixel. So if you look back at my old videos, yeah, I might even start a new YouTube channel or delete my old videos, because, you know, as people will come across my channel and look at my shit and they'll be like, oh my god, what the fuck's this? But it's ancient, you know, like, but it's memories as well, so that's why I don't really delete them. I mean, I could just make them private, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's all I really got to say. Yeah, it's just this world, like I said, it's so hard to focus on what you want to do when you live in a world where you've forever been told what to do. You know, it's like being when you're a kid and like your parents are telling you to do something, but you want to do something different. You know, you constantly being watched and stuff. It's like that. I mean, I know a lot of woke people that are not you know, they're not aware that they're woke. They may feel depressed, they may have anxiety and stuff because they're aware of everything in the world, and everyone else around them's all different, telling them they're crazy, you know, trying to shut them up. But like, I know what that's like, trust me. I mean, even in a relationship like that, where she's like, oh, just lives life. I think she's a millennial, typical one. But like me, I just don't like shutting up. I like to speak out. I like to speak up about these things, and you know, like weed and stuff like that, medical side of it and stuff. I speak up about that. I'm not gonna just dumb that down and think, oh no, everyone, it's a drug, it's a bad drug, so I can't, I've got to ignore the good side of it, because clearly it's bad. Like, you think for yourself. That's what I'm saying. Just think for yourself. But yeah, if any of you lot have got any subject that you want me to talk about, I'm happy to talk about. Like, if it comes to, like, I don't know, even religion, spirituality, if you want to know more, you want me to talk more in depth about the government and the industries and all that kind of shit, then just drop a comment. Because yeah, I mean, I love to continue doing this. But obviously, if I know it's something that it starts to like start off and I start getting more noticed, even if slightly, I'll probably, you know, obviously I'll put more effort into it, and I won't probably do it at work. I'll do it at home, because on my days off and that, I tend to just have my own schedule and stuff. But obviously I've always thought like, oh, I might go out on a bike ride or something, maybe record like a little vlog, a little video, but it's just all thoughts, I never do it. So yeah, should be more to come on my channel, hopefully. But yeah, just drop a comment what you think and that. I mean, I know I rant on about, and I go back and forth onto different subjects, I'm not consistent with it and stuff, but you know, I can work on that. It's like, I think I'm probably a bit better in this video than I was in the last, really, when it comes to speaking. But yeah. Anyway, please like.